Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Good morning everybody. It is Sunday, February the 11th, and this is the start of my reading vlog for this week. And so I just wanted to give you an update on what I read this past weekend. And I read two books over the weekend. I finished The Magician's Nephew on Friday, and I also finished The Maid yesterday, Saturday night. And so first off with The Magician's Nephew, this is written by C.S. Lewis and is part of the Chronicles of Narnia series. And it is, I guess, we considered a prequel to the series. It was published a little bit later, as after, I forget exactly what order it was published in, but it's considered to be the prequel. So the premise of this book, it's a middle grade fantasy, I guess you would say, and so it centers around two characters, Diggory and Polly. They're a boy and a girl that live in London, and somehow they end up in Narnia. I can't remember exactly how they end up there, but they end up in the Narnia world, and they meet up with I guess it's like she's a queen or a witch named Jadis. And at first she seems really, really nice, very accommodating to them. And she eventually her attitude starts to change. She seems more, I don't know if evil is the right word, but she's not very nice, let's say. And so Diggory and Polly, they go back, they go back to London, back to regular life, thinking that once they go back into London, but out of Narnia, that Jadis will not follow, but somehow she follows them into their world. And Diggory has an uncle named Andrew, and he thinks that he believes that he's like a magician or just has magical powers. Well, he's just like any other person. And in this book, I think that somehow they end up back in Narnia. Jadis follows as well with Uncle Andrew, Diggory, and Polly. And I think that in this book you meet Aslan, the lion character in the Narnia series. So this book I gave 4 wontons out of 5. I enjoyed it, and this is part of a read along or a buddy read that we're gonna be doing of the whole Narnia series. So this was the first book that we're going to be reading, and then the next month we're going to be reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and that will be a reread for me. I had read it before, and I did enjoy it. And so the book that I finished, The Maid, last night, and this is a mystery. I guess it's like a cozy setting, but it's classified as mystery, and it's written by Nita Prose. And it's the premise of this book. It's centers around Molly. She works as a maid at this hotel, and one day when she goes to do her cleaning of all the rooms that she's assigned to, she finds a guest dead. So she tries to figure out what is going on, and she's how do I say this? She has certain quirks about her. There's times that I found her a little bit annoying sometimes, because she's really obsessed with being clean, everything being spotless and spick and span. I mean, then again, that's I guess that's part of her quirk. I'm not sure if she might be on the spectrum a bit. I remember watching a BookTube video, and somebody was saying that they found Molly a little bit. There's something about Molly that they didn't like. I don't know if she's, like I just said, maybe she's on the spectrum, and not that there's anything wrong with that. But she seems to have this really big obsession with being clean and everything being spick and span and spotless and everything just be just so. But then again, she has a really good, like, she has a focus on attention to detail, very detailed. So when she tells the police about what she saw the day when she found the body, it's so detailed that the police are like they appreciate that she has all this information in her head, and then she can just say it back to them, and she knows every single even like littlest things she observed. And she also has this I don't know if she would say fallen in love with Rodney. He's like a bar. He works at the bar in the hotel, but she thinks that they're going to be they're going to be together and they're in love, and you can tell that in the book Rodney doesn't feel the same way. And as the book progresses, Molly is arrested as well. She's a suspect number one in this person's death. So she's really trying to figure out what's going on here. Why is it that what happened? How is it that I am suspect number one? I didn't do anything. All I did was go in to clean the room, and I found him dead. And so as we're reading, you're following what's going on, you figure out, or it's revealed what is actually happening and how Molly is involved with this person's death. And I didn't know what to rate the book at first. I thought maybe it might have been a 3 wonton out of 5, but I think the way that the book, how the reveal was done, and just the way it turned out in the end, I actually liked it. It was I gave it a 4 wonton out of 5, so that's a pretty good rating. And I've never read this book before, and I heard good things and bad things about this book. So having a 4 out of 5 is pretty good in my opinion. And so I also started the buddy read that I'm doing with Sharon. Is a thriller, adult thriller, and a Secluded Cabin Sleep 6. And this we're going to be reading the audiobook is divided into two sections. So we're going to be reading up to the end of the first section. So I need to do that by Thursday. And so this is my quick update to let you know what was going on, what I read this weekend. So I'll see you in my next update. Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, February 15th, and this is a quick update on what I've been reading the last day or so. I'm still continuing with the Secluded Cabin Sleep 6 by Lisa Unger, and I'm about 39% in, and I'm hoping to read some more of it tonight, and because I'm buddy reading this with Sharon, and I need to get to the end of chapter 27 finished by tomorrow. I don't think I have too much left. I forget what chapter I'm on. I think it might be 18 or something like that. And I also started The Secret at Skull House by Josh Lanyon, and this is book 2 in the Secrets and Scrabble mystery series. And I'm enjoying it so far. It's a pretty good book. And I picked up some books on NetGalley a couple of days ago, within the last few days, and I got approved for all 3 of them. So the first one, I'm going to put the publication dates on the screen for each one. The first one is a historical romance. It is The Wolf and the Wildflower by Stacey Reed, and that's an ebook. And the other 2 are audiobooks. So the first one is What Have We Done by Alex Finley, and the third is The Soulmate by Sally Hepworth. So I'll be interested in checking those out. I haven't been using NetGalley very much. I think I requested one other book, so it's pretty cool that I got approved for all 3 that I requested. And I also, what else am I reading? Oh, I started Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. And I was hoping to get that read before Words of Radiance, because that is the next book in the Stormlight Archive that we'll be reading. That's in April, I believe. And I think I've read or heard that you have to read, or you should read, or I don't know if I should say should, but it's recommended that you read Warbreaker before you read Words of Radiance. But if anybody that's here that's watching that's read all the Cosmere books, can enlighten me on whether or not that's true, that you have to read Warbreaker before Words of Radiance, just let me know. And the other book that I picked up was a book on Kindle Unlimited. It is called The Family Across the Street by Nicole Trope, and this is a thriller. And this one, the beginning of the book is draws you in right away, but I haven't really gotten too far into it. But once I finish it, I'll do a more detailed review of it. But it's the first chapter drags, or it pulls you in right away, so that's a good start. So this is just a quick update, and just to let you know all what I've been reading the last couple of days. And so I'm going to go and get some dinner, and I will see you in my next update. Hello everyone, it is Friday, February the 17th, and I just wanted to give you a quick update on what I've read last day or so. And I still haven't finished any books yet, but I'm still reading Secluded Cabin Sleep 6, and I've made it to the end of chapter 27, and it's starting to, the suspense is starting to ramp up now. So there are things that are happening in the book that's starting to pick up. So I think the second half of the book, I think it should be a lot more interesting. So that we're going to be, myself and Cheryl, we're going to be reading the rest of the book for next week, for our discussion next week. And we're going to pick another book to read next week. And I also started to read The Wolf and the Wildflower by Stacey Reed. That was the book that I got from NetGalley. And I had to, unfortunately, DNF it. The plot was just too strange, too absurd for me to keep going with it. I'll just give you the basics of it. The heroine in the story, she lives her life as a male, even from birth, because her father is desperate for a male heir, and her mother wants to keep the secret that their second child is another daughter. So it was just too weird for words, and the fact that the heroine is able to live her life as a young man, and her father doesn't realize it. It just seemed it was just too strange and absurd, and it wasn't for me. But if anybody that's watching likes reading historical romances and likes Stacey Reed's writing, I would say try it out, and you might like it. But for me, it just wasn't for me. And I'm also in the middle of Secret at Skull House by Josh Lanyon, and that's book 2 in the Secrets and Scrabble mystery series. And this is for the live show tomorrow on Tiffany's channel, The Beach Bum Bookworm, and it's for the scavenger hunt pick. It's the prompt is pick a book with purple on the cover. So I picked this one because it's got this really beautiful purple on the cover, and there's a skull in front. So that's going to be my pick. I'll probably read some of that tonight, and I might even finish it tomorrow before the live show. So I also want to pick up Death Threads. That's book 2 in the Southern Sewing Circle mystery series by Elizabeth Lynn Casey that we're doing. It's a read along that I'm doing with a bunch of people on Melmax Discord. So this is just my last update and the end of this reading vlog. So I hope that you all. I'll thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Alright then, bye!